Hello, exceptionals. What makes a leader truly great? Is it intelligence, strategy, or years of experience? Why all of this play a role, there's one hidden superpower that sets exceptional leaders apart, and that is emotional intelligence. It's not just a buzzword. It's a critical skill that directly impacts leaders, workplace culture, and business success. And that's how we say a warm welcome to Excel, the place where the exceptionals come to get better every day. Today, we will help you reveal the key to this massive leadership success and share tips how you can apply it in your leadership to be truly exceptional. Now, if you've ever worked with a leader who made you feel valued, understood, and inspired, chances are they had high emotional intelligence. But if you've also worked with a leader who was reactive, unpredictable, or emotionally disconnected, well, you already know the damage a lack of emotional intelligence can do. It is an open secret that leaders with high emotional intelligence create stronger teams, drive better performance, and cultivate a positive work environment where people actually want to give their best. So, what exactly is emotional intelligence? Why is it a game changer for leadership? Why is everybody talking about it? And most importantly, how can you develop it to become a more impactful leader? Let's dive in. Simply put, emotional intelligence, often called EQ, is your ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions while also recognizing, understanding, and influencing the emotions of others. It is knowing why you act the way you do. Think of EQ as the secret sauce that helps you lead not just with your head, but also with your heart. And the good news is, unlike IQ, which stays fairly stable over time, EQ can be developed and strengthened. And that's why I want to share 5 core pillars of emotional intelligence and leadership so that you can develop and strengthen your emotional intelligence. The first one is self-awareness, which is the foundation of great leadership. I spoke a lot on self-awareness in our previous video, Why Great Leaders Excel. You might want to check that out. Self-awareness is all about understanding your emotions, your triggers, and how your behavior impacts those around you. Imagine you are leading a meeting and someone challenges your idea. Do you immediately get defensive? Do you shut down the conversation, or do you recognize the emotional response bubbling up inside you and choose to stay open and engaged? How can you improve your self-awareness? Keep a leadership journal where you reflect on moments where emotions impacted your decisions. And you can ask for feedback, honest feedback. Ask your team, ask everyone working with you, people around you, how do you experience my leadership style? They will answer you honestly. And make it anonymous so that they will not feel witch-hunted. And secondly, the second pillar is self-regulation, which is managing emotions effectively. Being self-aware is great, but without self-regulation, my friends, awareness alone won't help. Leaders who lack self-regulation often react impulsively, causing unnecessary tension and stress. Picture this. A manager gets an email criticizing his work, and without thinking, they fire off an angry response and immediately regret it. A leader with self-regulation, on the other hand, will pause, take a deep breath, and respond professionally, keeping their emotions in check. How can you improve your self-regulation? The first step is use the pause and respond method. Before reacting, count to 3 and ask yourself, is this the best way to respond? I believe you can get the answer before responding. And secondly, you can practice emotional labeling. Instead of saying I'm frustrated, try I feel frustrated because of the lack of clarity. Because naming emotions gives you control over them. And number 3 pillar is motivation, which is the inner drive that fuels great leaders. Motivation in emotional intelligence isn't just about, being driven by money or status. It's about having an inner passion for what you do and inspiring others to stay committed. Think about leaders like Elon Musk, the Oprah Winfrey of this world, or Nelson Mandela. What makes them stand out is their unshakable motivation even in the midst or the face of challenges. They stayed focused on their mission. How can you improve your motivation? Find your leadership why. Ask yourself, why do I lead? What impact do I want to make? What legacy do I want to leave in the sands of time? What do I want to be remembered by? You can also reframe challenge as opportunities. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, you see them as stepping stones to growth. These are strong pillars where you can build your emotional intelligence. And number 4 pillar is empathy, which is the superpower of inspirational leaders. It is simply the ability to step into someone else's shoes, to truly understand and connect with their emotions. Let's say a team member seems disengaged in meeting. A leader without empathy might think they are lazy, but an emotionally intelligent leader would take a different approach, checking in and saying, "Hey, I've noticed you seem a bit off lately. Is everything okay? How can I support you?" That one conversation can completely shift morale. So how will you improve on your empathy? Practice active listening. Instead of just waiting to respond, truly listen. Listen with your eyes. Listen with your ears. Listen with every part of your body. Let it be obvious that you are truly listening. And you can ask more open-ended questions. Instead of, "Are you okay?" try, "How are you feeling about this project?" I recently made a video on how to spark creativity and explore the potential of your team members through asking powerful questions. You might need to check that out. And the 5th pillar here is social skills, which is the art of influence and communication. Great leaders don't just manage people. They build relationships, they resolve conflicts, and inspire action through effective communication. Imagine 2 leaders handling a disagreement in their team. One avoids the issue, hoping it will resolve itself. "Hello, this is a spoiler, it won't." The other proactively brings the team together, facilitates a conversation, and finds a solution that works for everyone. Which leader do you think earns more trust and respect? You can leave your answer in the comment section. So how can you improve on your social skills? Use the feedback sandwich. Start with a positive, give constructive feedback, and end with encouragement. This can be a game changer in your leadership. Then you can develop your emotional agility, where you adapt your communication style to different personalities and situations. When you apply all of these tips, I believe you build strong pillar for your emotional intelligence. And hey, if you're yet to subscribe to our channel, you are missing out. Just click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on the values we share on this channel every day. So, why is emotional intelligence not just a buzzword? It is much more than the buzzword that people use today. Because leaders with high EQ create better teams, they make smarter decisions, and they build workplaces where people feel valued, heard, and motivated. High EQ leaders drive better team performance. Let's say, for example, Google's famous Project Oxygen study found that the best managers weren't just technically skilled, they were great at coaching, empathy, and emotional awareness. Secondly, EQ directly impacts decision making. Leaders with high EQ make better decisions because they regulate emotions and avoid impulsive reactions. They stay calm under pressure and think critically. They don't let personal biases or emotions cloud their judgment. An example is a CEO facing a major crisis where he pauses, gathers insight, and considers team emotions instead of reacting impulsively, leading to a better outcome. Emotional intelligence also correlates with business studies. In fact, also confirmed that according to a study by Talent Smart, 90% of top performers have high EQ, while only 20% of low performers do. EQ is linked to high salaries and career growth. Leaders with high EQ handle negotiations, clients, and stakeholders more effectively. It's also a skill you can measure and develop. Unlike vague leadership buzzword, EQ is measurable through assessment like the EQ 2.0 and can be developed over time. Training program improve EQ, and HR leaders also use EQ assessment when hiring and promoting employees. You see how important it is. And future-proofing leadership in a changing world is another reason why EQ is not just a buzzword. With AI and automation replacing technical skills, human skills like EQ, adaptability, and communication are becoming more valuable than ever. And leaders with high EQ handle change, inspire teams, and navigate uncertainty with resilience. Okay, so the bottom line here is emotional intelligence is a game changer, not a trend. EQ isn't just a leadership buzzword. It's a proven, research-backed skill that separates great leaders from average ones. Organizations, CEOs, and top performers actively develop EQ because it really, really wants. So if you want to become a more emotionally intelligent leader, start with these steps. The first step is self-awareness, like we have said earlier. Keep a daily reflection journal to track emotional patterns. Self-regulation, where you practice deep breathing before responding. Motivation tip, where you set a leadership vision and statement to stay inspired. And empathy, where you schedule one-on-one check-ins with your team. And finally, the social skills, where you improve your conflict resolution skills by actively listening before reacting. The best leaders aren't just smart, my friends. They are emotionally intelligent. They understand that leadership isn't just about managing tasks. It's about managing emotions, managing relationships, and influence. So here is your challenge. Pick one EQ skill from today's video and start practicing it this week. Let me know in the comments which one you'll be focusing on. And my friends, like this video if it helped you, subscribe for more leadership insights, and share with someone who needs it. Until we see you again in our next video, stay blessed.